Hi guys, it's me, Miss Bork, and I am back again today to read another amazing book to you. Well, technically it's not another book, it's the same book as yesterday. We're just gonna read a little bit more of it. Yeah, so do you guys remember what the book that we started yesterday was called? Yeah, yes, remember the book about mountains, how mountains are made. Yes, and today we're going to learn a little bit about how mountains are made. Yes, and as we are learning about how mountains are made, we're actually going to learn about the 4 types of mountains. Yes, but today we're just going to focus on 2. There are 4, we're going to focus on 2. So about half of them today. Ladies and gentlemen, before we get started learning about our 2 types of mountains for today, you need to copy down this question and start your tree map. That's the map we're using today. Yes, it is. So boys and girls, our question is, what are the 4 types of mountains? And Miss Bork told you. We're focusing on 2 today. Folded and fault block mountains. So ladies and gentlemen, make sure you have that journal, make sure you have that pencil, copy this question, start the tree map. I'll move out of the way and see you in a sec. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am so excited to be able to share this information with you. Are you excited to learn this information? Oh, good. Then we're both excited. How awesome. Okay, so fault block and folded mountains. We're going to start with folded, but before I read to you about folded mountains, I want you to see how I know that there are 4 types of mountains. So it says mountains in different parts of the world look very different from one another. Okay, and then it told me the 4 types of mountains. Do you see that? Fold, dome, fault block, and volcanic mountains. Which 2 are we working on today? Yes, and you can see that from our tree map. We have folded and fault block. That's because different parts of the earth, the outer shell moves in different ways. In some places, 2 plates press against each other. The tremendous pressure forces the crust to lift and fold over itself. Do you think that might be fold mountains? Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. Folded mountains, look, it says right there. So wait, let's write that. So how are folded mountains formed? Yes. In some places, 2 plates press against each other. The tremendous pressure forces the crust to lift and fold over itself. So folded mountains are formed when 2 plates push and press and they fold on top of each other. Let's write that down, okay? So it says, plates press against each other. We're gonna write that, and then we're gonna write fold and lift over itself, okay? So press against and fold over. Can we write that down? Yeah, those are 2 things that we need to remember about folded mountains. It's when they press together and fold over. Got it? Okay, let's write it. So folded mountains press together, and they do what? They press together and fold over. You're right, press together and fold over. So if I asked you right now, tell me 2 things about folded mountains, what would you say? Good idea. Folded mountains are formed when 2 plates press together and fold over each other. You're a smarty. Yes, you are. Let's keep reading. See if we can write anything else about folded mountains. Scrunch. Great waves of rock are pushed up. Ice and water cut through the folds to form sharp, craggy mountains. If you have a heavy dish towel or a hand towel, you can see how this folding happens. Oh, it's an experiment. If you want to grab a dish towel, you can hit pause. Yeah, just make sure it's okay with whoever takes care of you. Grab that towel, and on the next page, I'll show you, or the book will show you, how you can do this experiment. Yeah, how you can create a folded mountain. Let's see. So this is what you have to do. Oh, hit pause. I'll wait right here. Oh, good, you have your dish towel? Let's start. So, okay, Lay a towel flat on a table. Put the palms of your hands down, one on each side. Just like that. There's the towel. Put your hands down. Okay? Then slowly slide your hands toward each other. Scrunch. That's how a folded mountain is formed. Yes. The folds and ridges that appear in the middle of the towel are like the folds and ridges that form giant mountains when two plates press together. That's how folded mountains are made. And now you understand it because you just did that short, little, quick, fast, super fun experiment. Yeah, let's keep reading. In other places, pressure deep within the earth pulls and stretches the crust. The stretching sometimes causes cracks or fault lines to cut through the crust. Oh, so these mountains were formed when plates pressed together. But these mountains, those fault block mountains, are caused when when plates pull apart. Yes. So let's go ahead. Okay, let's read that again. Okay. Remember what I said yesterday? When you forget something that you learned in a book, go back and look at it. So let's look again before we write. Okay. It says, in other places, pressure deep within the earth pulls and stretches the crust. So we need to write pulls, okay? The stretching sometimes causes cracks or fault lines to cut through the earth's crust. So let's write pulls apart. Can we write that? Got presses together. Fault block mountains are made when they pull apart. Okay, let's write it. Pull apart. Pull apart. Good. Pull apart. So, how are fault block mountains formed? Yes! Fault block mountains are formed when plates pull apart. Yes. So those stretches cause cracks in the Earth's surface, like this. They're pulling apart. These are faults, fault block mountains. The crust on one side of a crack may slide slowly upward while the crust on the other side pushes downward. Block-shaped mountains are formed this way. So, remember, if you don't understand or if you forget, you can read it again. So let's read it again slowly. We're gonna write down one more thing about fault block mountains, okay? I'm gonna get real close to the camera. Don't get scared. It says, the crust on one side of a crack may slide slowly up, while the other slides slowly down. So one side goes up, one side goes down. And that's how those fault block mountains are formed. Let's write it down. So one side goes up, one side goes down. One side, I'm gonna just put an arrow, goes up, and one side goes down. Ooh, oh, perfect. That's actually perfect. Let me move it just a little bit. I know I'm going to cut off the question now, but let me show you. So that's what I did. I just wrote one side goes up, one side goes down. That's how fault block mountains are formed. Okay, folded, they crash together and fold on top of each other. Fault block mountains, they pull apart and go different ways. One goes up, one goes down, okay? All right, ladies and gentlemen, guess what? Alert, alert, alert! What is your assignment for today? What do you think? Yeah, tell me about the two types of mountains that we learned about today. Tell me about folded and fault block mountains. Don't forget, record your voice on Flipgrid. And don't forget, complete sentences. That makes sense too. I'll see you guys tomorrow and we'll talk about those other two types of mountains. I can't wait. I might just do it right now. See you tomorrow.